What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming back to another video. Today we're talking about La Zona. Baby, yo te voy a guayar la zona. Me roncaste de salvaje amazona. No se deja, ella misma lo detona. Cualquier cabrón con ella no corona. Ay. So, La Zona, this is the 8th song in our Gringo's Guide to Bad Bunny's second album, Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, where we're going to be talking about every song on the album, looking at the Spanish, translating it into English. So if you are interested in learning Spanish, these videos are good for you. La Zona literally translates as the zone. He is referring to the intimate zone of a woman. So pretty sexually explicit song, as you might imagine. This is another reggaeton song. This was produced by Chris Jeday and Gaby Music, who are two pretty big producers in the industry. They've both done a lot of work with Ozuna. So if you're familiar with Ozuna, you may have heard their names mentioned before in some of his songs. Ozuna's first album, Odisea, was produced in big part by Chris Jeday and Gaby Music. So they are both pretty well-respected producers in the industry. So this song was also produced by Fino Como El Haze and Dímelo Ninow, who I was not familiar with before looking up this song. But when you look at their history, you're like, oh, he did this song, he did that song. So that's why I think it's important to give the producers credit, because they don't really get enough credit as it is. And so much of the creativity and what's behind the song really starts with the beat, starts with the producer. So, La Zona, we're just going to look at the lyrics from the chorus and the bridge. The chorus starts out, Y si vas a matar la vibra, pues salte. So, y si means and if. Vas a matar means you are going to kill. Vasa means you are going to. Matar means to kill. So, and if you're going to kill, la vibra is the vibe. All right, pues salte. Pues is a lot of times used as like a filler word when you're trying to think of something to say. It can also have the meaning of like then or so. So here it kind of means then. So, and if you're going to kill the vibe, then salte. Salte is a command coming from the verb salir, which means to leave. So this would mean leave. So, and if you're going to kill the vibe, then leave. Tú sabías que yo venía a darte. Tú sabías means you knew, past tense from saber. Que yo venía, that I came. Venía, past tense from venir, to come. A darte. Darte is another way to refer to sex. We looked at dártelo in a previous video. So dártelo would literally mean to give to you it. Dar is to give. The te here would be to you. The lo would be it. Without the lo, it really means the same thing. So it just says to give to you. So you knew that I came to bang you. You knew that I came to give you something like that. No me vengas con que es que uno llega tarde. So no me vengas con is going to mean like don't come at me with. Vengas is a command coming from venir, to come. So don't come at me with, con is with. The K, SK is really not going to translate into anything here. SK is kind of another filler word or phrase that's used a lot of times when you're thinking of what to say. It doesn't really translate into English, so you can just kind of drop that. He could have just said, no me vengas con que uno llega tarde. You really don't need the SK at all. It's probably just thrown in there for a couple extra syllables. Uno llega tarde literally means one arrives late. They like to use that third person one tense in Spanish. So He's referring to himself. I arrive late. Okay, so the whole thing would say something like, don't come at me with, I'm arriving late. In other words, don't start with, I got here late. Don't bitch at me because I got here late. Something like that. Avísame que tu amiguita está en fila para darle. So, avísame is a command coming from the verb avisar, which means to let know. So, let me know que tu amiguita. The K here is going to mean like because or cause. So, let me know cause tu amiguita, your friend, está en fila, is in line. Fila means line. Pa darle. Pa comes from para. Darle, it means to give to her. So instead of darte, to give to you, now it's to give to her. So let me know because your friend is in line waiting to get some. Okay, so pretty much the chorus is just kind of like a flex. Bad Bunny's like, if you're going to kill the vibe by telling me I'm late, get out because I'll just go bang your friend. She's waiting for some anyway. That's the chorus. The bridge goes, Baby, yo te voy a guayar la zona. Baby is obviously taken from English. They like to use that word a lot. Yo te voy a guayar. The wa is voya. So a lot of times voya is shortened to VOA, which would be pronounced like voix. So voya is I'm going to. Guayar is to grind. So, and then la zona, as we know, is the zone. It would be like I'm going to grind your zone. So, baby, yo te voy a guayar la zona. I'm going to grind your zone. Me roncaste de salvaje de Amazona. Me roncaste, the verb here is roncar, which normally would mean to snore. In Puerto Rican slang, roncar is like to talk smack, to talk shit, even like to brag. So here I found on the Genius translation that they translated that part like you came at me. So you came at me, me roncaste. I feel like that's a pretty good translation. De salvaje. Here the de is going to mean like. So you came at me like salvaje. Salvaje here means savage. So you came at me like a savage. De Amazona. Again, the de here is going to be like. So like an Amazon. The Amazons are the women warrior fighters in Greek mythology. So he's pretty much saying, you came at me like a savage, like an Amazon. Okay. No se deja, ella misma los detona. So, no se deja, the verb here is dejarse, used in the reflexive form. No se deja is going to mean like she doesn't let herself. Dejar is to let or to leave. So it would be like she doesn't let herself. What that means is she doesn't let herself take any shit. So it's also the same thing as kind of saying like she's not dumb, she's not a fool, she's not easy. It could be anything kind of like that. So no se deja, ella misma los detona. So ella misma means she herself. Los detona. The verb here is detonar, which means to detonate or to blow up or blast. So she herself blows them up. The los is them. She herself blows them up. So it's kind of like saying, she's not a fool. She herself will blow up anybody who comes in her path. So anybody that tries to mess with her is going down. Ella misma los detona. She'll blast them herself. Something like that. Okay. Cualquier cabrón con ella no corona. Cabrón is a very expressive word in Puerto Rican slang. It usually refers to a person, cabrón. It can be a person that you like. It can be your friend or your buddy. Or it can be a person that you don't like. It can be somebody who's an asshole or a piece of shit, a cabrón. All depends on the context. Cabrón can also be an adjective. So if something is cabrón, it could mean that it's a good thing or a bad thing. All depends on the context. So cualquier cabrón, cualquier means any. So here, if you just translate cabrón like man, it would be any man, con ella, with her, no corona. So corona does not refer to the coronavirus. Corona is a verb coming from the infinitive form coronar, which means to crown. Here it means like to win. They tend to use it that way, so to win. So literally this would say any man with her doesn't win. In other words, like not just any guy is going to win with her. Okay. Now, I have noticed that in this album, when Bad Bunny uses the word cabrón to refer to a person, it's typically somebody that he doesn't like. So you could kind of put that negative spin on it here and say something like, not just any dumbass is going to win with her. Something like that. And that just tends to be what I've noticed in this album from the way Bad Bunny uses the word cabrón. But all depends on context. So that's pretty much the song, La Zona. At the end of the song, Ñengo Flow comes on and says, Yo hago lo que me da la gana, lo que me sale los cojones. Yo hago lo que me da la gana is obviously the title of the album. I do whatever I want. Lo que me sale de los cojones literally means whatever comes out of my balls. So it's actually similar to the expression we have in English to pull something out of your ass. So here he's saying, whatever I pull out of my balls. You don't have to translate it literally like that. It kind of just means, it's kind of just reinforcing what he already said. So, yo hago lo que me da la gana. I do whatever I want. Lo que me sale los cojones. Whatever the hell I feel like. And yeah, that's pretty much the song, La Zona. Hope you learned something. Hope this was helpful. Come back for the next video, which will be Que Malo. So, thanks for watching. Bye.